For nearly 150 years, Quaker Oats has helped people kickstart their mornings, but the company occasionally finds itself in a bit of trouble too. The earliest documented food recall involving Quaker Oats, according to current public records, occurred when the company recalled canned beans and chili produced by its former subsidiary, Stokely Van Camp Inc. This nationwide recall affected 11 products across both the Van Camp's and Wolf brands, including the popular Van Camp's pork and beans and Wolf chili with beans. The recall was initiated due to a processing error that compromised the food safety protocols intended to prevent spoilage. Specifically, inadequate heat treatment during processing meant that the affected cans of beans could swell, creating a risk of harmful bacteria. This issue was identified during a routine inspection at a manufacturing facility in Dallas. Consumers were able to determine whether their cans were included in the recall by checking an alphanumeric product code printed on the packaging. Acting swiftly, the company took proactive measures to address the problem before any illnesses were reported, and fortunately, there were no documented cases linked to the affected products. While both Van Camp beans and Wolf brand chili continue to be manufactured today, they are no longer part of the Quaker Oats portfolio. In early 2021, Quaker Oats issued a voluntary recall of its sweet barbecue rice crisps, a snack-sized rice cake alternative to chips. The recall was prompted by the discovery that some bags might have contained soy ingredients that were not listed on the packaging. Since undeclared soy poses a potential risk for individuals with soy allergies or sensitivities, the company decided to act swiftly to prevent any adverse reactions. Recalls due to undisclosed allergens are common, as even a small risk of an unexpected allergy can warrant pulling the product from shelves. The recall affected 4,550 bags of the Rice Crisps, distributed across 21 states. It's unclear whether the issue stemmed from a production error, packaging oversight, or a recipe change. Fortunately, there were no reports of illness, and the product remained safe for those without soy allergies. Quaker's prompt response helped mitigate the potential risks while maintaining customer trust. In 2008, Quaker Oats executed its inaugural recall due to salmonella concerns involving 3 varieties of Aunt Jemima pancake and waffle mix. The flavors impacted were Original, Original Complete, and Buttermilk Complete, available in 2-pound and 5-pound packages. This recall marked a significant response to ensure consumer safety regarding potential bacterial contamination in their products.
This has more buttermilk than any other mix. Any other.
Similar to other product recalls, not all packages of the 3 pancake mixes were deemed unsafe. Only those produced during a specific time frame were affected. Customers could identify potentially risky products by checking the best before date. Quaker Oats had proactively removed most of the compromised boxes from the production line before they reached retailers. However, approximately 1,000 boxes made it to stores across 17 states, necessitating the formal recall.
You can't deny it's a great pancake.
According to a statement from the company's website, the salmonella risk was primarily associated with consuming the pancake mix raw or not cooking it for the recommended duration. In December 2023, Quaker Oats initiated a significant 3-part recall due to potential salmonella contamination in about 40 granola-based products, including Chewy Bars and some cereals. The recall affected not only all 50 U.S. states, but also Puerto Rico, Guam, and Saipan. By January 2024, the recall expanded to nearly 24 more items, such as granola bars, cereal bars, a protein bar, and a snack mix. A final granola bar was added to the list later that month. The recall had notable consequences for Quaker Oats, causing a drop in operating profits and increased expenses. In April, the company announced the closure of its Illinois plant, the suspected source of contamination, which had operated for 65 years and employed over 500 people. Despite the widespread recall, no illnesses were reported, indicating the company's swift action successfully prevented any harm. Quaker Oats has faced recalls of a distinctly different nature compared to recent allergen or bacterial contamination incidents. In 1993, the company had to recall several varieties of Cap'n Crunch cereal due to injuries caused by a toy included in the packaging. The cereals affected were Cap'n Crunch, Crunch Berries, and Peanut Butter Crunch. Approximately 8.3 million boxes containing the toy, a hollow rubber popper, were distributed nationwide. Designed for play, the toy could be inverted and placed on a hard surface to launch itself into the air. Unfortunately, some children misused it by pressing it against their faces or eyes instead. This misuse led to a range of injuries, from minor bruises to more serious issues like bloodshot eyes. In light of these incidents, Quaker Oats acted quickly to remove the potentially dangerous toy from the market, prioritizing the safety of its young consumers.
Won't somebody please think of the children?
A total of 36 children were injured before the cereal company recalled the affected boxes. Parents were advised to discard the toy, but were reassured that the cereal remained safe for consumption. The company prioritized consumer safety while ensuring the product itself posed no health risks. Quaker Oats faced a salmonella scare in 2018 when it recalled its peanut butter crunch flavor of Cap'n Crunch cereal. Though the recall was limited to 5 stores across 3 states, the potential health risks made the action necessary. Exposure to salmonella can lead to symptoms like stomach cramps, diarrhea, and fever, with severe illness possible for vulnerable groups such as young children, seniors, and those with weakened immune systems. While the recall's scope was relatively small, it highlighted the importance of vigilance in food safety, especially when it involves a popular product like Cap'n Crunch.
Horrifying, isn't it?
The 2018 recall of Peanut Butter Crunch Cap'n Crunch affected just 5 Target and P-Fresh stores in Nebraska, Kansas, and Missouri. Only 21 boxes of the cereal, produced during a specific period, were found to be at risk for salmonella contamination. Quaker Oats was able to pinpoint the problem to this limited batch thanks to regular sampling conducted during production. This routine testing helps the company detect potential contamination early on. Fortunately, no illnesses were reported, and the recall successfully prevented any broader public health concerns. The quick action minimized the impact while ensuring the safety of consumers. In September 2011, Quaker recalled 8-count boxes of Chewy Smash Bar Graham Pretzel bars due to potential dairy contamination. While the exact number of affected boxes wasn't disclosed, 13 different best-before dates were involved in the recall. The culprit? Dairy, of course.
Got milk.
Quaker Oats recalled the Chewy Smash Bar Graham Pretzel bars for omitting the "may contain milk" label, crucial for those with milk allergies. This followed a customer's allergic reaction that required immediate treatment. Such disclaimers are voluntary and typically warn of potential allergen risks, not a guaranteed presence. In 1993, Quaker Oats faced another recall in addition to the one involving the rubber toy. About 6 weeks prior, the company recalled a specific batch of chocolate chip chewy granola bars due to concerns over potential metal contamination. Unlike recalls prompted by undeclared allergens or harmful bacteria, this situation was more concerning because metal fragments can pose serious risks in food products. The recall encompassed around 1,600 cases of the chocolate chip chewy bars distributed across stores in California, Massachusetts, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, and Rhode Island. At the time of the recall announcement, Quaker Oats stated that these granola bars had likely not yet reached store shelves, suggesting that many retailers might have been able to return them before consumers could purchase them. Fortunately, there were no reports of customer complaints related to the granola bars when the recall was issued. This proactive measure reflected the company's commitment to consumer safety, ensuring that potentially hazardous products were removed from circulation promptly to prevent any incidents. In 2003, Quaker Oats initiated a recall of 16-ounce boxes of their brown sugar Bliss oatmeal due to an undeclared potential almond ingredient. The situation raised questions about whether almonds were intentionally included in this flavor or accidentally incorporated into the recipe, as the flavor has since been discontinued. The recall affected a single production facility in Sparks, Nevada, which produced this particular oatmeal flavor. It is possible that cross-contact with equipment used for other products containing almonds led to this oversight. In total, approximately 23,000 cases of brown sugar Bliss oatmeal with best before dates within 3 days in September were part of this recall. Customers were advised to dispose of the affected items and seek refunds. Almonds are classified as tree nuts, which can provoke serious allergic reactions in some individuals. Though distinct from peanut allergies, tree nut allergies can trigger severe responses. According to a 2018 review in the Journal of Asthma and Allergy, between 70% and 90% of anaphylactic fatalities are associated with either peanut or tree nut allergies. quantities, underscoring the importance of accurate ingredient labeling to protect consumers. In 2016, Quaker Oats issued a recall for 2 quinoa-based granola bar flavors due to potential listeria contamination. The issue was traced back to a supplier that provided sunflower kernels possibly infected with the bacteria. Quaker Oats managed to intercept many of the affected bars, but a small number of chocolate nut medley and yogurt, fruit and nut granola bars made it to store shelves nationwide. Listeria, while often causing mild gastrointestinal symptoms, can be deadly if it spreads beyond the digestive system, particularly in vulnerable populations. Though the quantity of impacted products was relatively small, the recall was necessary to avoid any health risks. Fortunately, no cases of illness were reported following the incident. Quaker Oats' recall of brown sugar Bliss oatmeal in 2003 was the company's second allergen-related recall in just 2 years. The previous incident occurred in 2002, involving apple cinnamon Quakes, a now discontinued crispy rice snack. For this recall, the company estimated that only 50 to 100 cases of the Quakes were affected. The issue stemmed from an undeclared dairy ingredient in the flavoring, which inadvertently ended up in the product without proper labeling. Fortunately, no allergic reactions were reported, suggesting that while the dairy was present, it may not have posed a significant risk to consumers. The small quantity of affected Quakes made it easier to identify the problem, as they were all associated with a specific best before date. In response to this situation, Quaker Oats encouraged consumers to return any bags of Quakes that were part of the recall, and they urged retailers to remove these products from their shelves to ensure customer safety.